Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. You're having an even better start to your day and to your week. I want to welcome you all to the gentle Hatha practice. If you're not set up, grabbing your mat and finding a bit of space wherever you're at. We'll be starting off in Shavasana. Today's practice is going to be mostly about the water element, just finding fluidity throughout your movement. There is going to be a little bit of the other elements implemented, but today's real focus will be in fluidity, trying to make the movements as fluid as possible, timing it with the breath, always trying to get the breath and movement to end together, whether you're inhaling or exhaling, lifting or lowering. So let's get started. Laying flat on your back, legs extended long, arms to your sides and palms to the sky. Allow the eyes to close. Begin your practice with a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Allowing the mouth to close and returning the breath to a natural rhythm. Breathing with ease, in and out of the nose, deep into the belly. Pull yourself into the present moment. Let go of tension on your exhale. Notice if thought and tension is slowly creeping into the body. Let it go with the exhale. Pull yourself into the present moment with the inhale. On your next inhale, invite small movements to the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Roll into the wrists and ankles and gently rock the head from side to side. Inviting bigger and bigger movement into the body. Slowly reach your arms overhead, reaching your hands away from your feet away from your hands. Stretch through the full body. Lower the arms to your sides, bend the knees, feet flat to the ground. Gently rock the knees from side to side, massaging the hips and lower back into the floor. The movements can be small to begin and slowly increasing the range of motion. Coming to center, draw the knees into the chest. Holding the knees, create small circles clockwise and counterclockwise, making sure to roll in both directions. Try to keep the belly and lower back nice and relaxed. Everything from the belly button down, really. Slowly coming to center. Place your feet flat to the floor, directly underneath the knees and as wide as the hips. Flowing from leg to leg. On the inhale, open the right knee, letting it drop to the ground, out to the side. Opening the hip. Relax at the bottom. Exhale, draws the knee back up the center. Alternate from leg to leg. Inhale to open. Relax at the bottom. Exhale up to center. Slow and controlled movement, time with the breath. Slowly coming up the center. Rolling through the hip rock on the inhale. Press the tailbone into the ground, causing the lower back to arch. Opening the belly. Exhale. Let the back press into the ground, maybe even lifting the tailbone off the floor. And flowing from one end to the other. Inhale to roll the hips. Exhale, press the lower back. Your feet should be simply resting on the floor. Don't press into your feet. This is all done through the hips and through the core. Slowly coming into a neutral spine. Open your arms. Lift your feet off the ground, drawing your knees and feet together. On the exhale, lower the legs to the right, stopping the legs from touching the floor, getting as close as possible. Inhale to draw the knees back up to center. Exhale to the left, flowing from side to side. Inhale back up. Lower your feet to the floor. Gently rock the knees from side to side. Coming to center. Deep breath into prep. On your exhale, press your feet into the ground, lifting the hips high. Trying to create a straight line from the knee all the way down to the shoulder. Inhale, slowly lower the hips back down. Exhale, press and lift, engaging through the glutes. Inhale, lowers. Inhale, lowers the hips. Extend the right leg long, flat to the ground. Draw the left knee into the chest. Interlace the fingers around the knee or behind the thigh. Pull the knee in tight towards the chest or towards the rib cage. Slowly extending the left leg long, flat to the ground. Draw the right knee in. Interlacing the fingers, pull the knee in tight. Draw both knees into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. Let your knees roll to one side. Press yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Your legs are crossed or extended straight out. Nice tall spine. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Flowing from side to side. Try to keep the arms and legs relaxed. Inhale, back to center. Reach your hands high. Exhale, lowers the left hand to the ground. Inhale, reach the right hand high. Exhale, lowers the right hand, trying to touch the floor. Let the spine round. Maybe even sinking the chin to the chest. Inhale, open, reaching over the body. Push the belly forward. Exhale, collapse forward. Hand touches the floor if you can. If having your left hand on the ground is too intense, you can place a hand on the block. On the exhale, trying to touch the block. If you don't have blocks, books will work. Inhale, come back up to center, reaching both hands high. Exhale, lowers the right hand to the ground. Inhale, reach through the left arm. Exhale, round the spine. Left hand drops, trying to touch the floor or your block. Maybe tucking the chin. Inhale to open. Don't rush your movements. Time them with your breath, trying to slow the breath down. Inhale back up to center. Reach both hands up. Moving deeper into the side body. Exhale, lowers the left hand, either onto your block or onto the ground. Inhale, reach through the right arm. Exhale for depth, bending the supporting elbow, reaching as far over the body as you can. Inhale up to center. Exhale, lowers the right hand. Inhale, reach through the left arm. Exhale for depth, reaching over the body. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, hands to knees. Flowing into Sufi grunt, lead with the belly button. Inhale, creates the front half of the circle. Exhale, completes the back half of the circle. slowly coming to center and reverse the flow. And slowly coming to center. Make your way to your hands and knees, setting up into your tabletop. With the tabletop, your palms are underneath your shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers are spread wide, index finger pointing straight out to the front. Going through your full cat-cow, inhale, roll the hips, the belly sinks. Open the heart and look up, pressing into the hands. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, head sinks between the arms. Inhale for cow. Exhale to cat. The next time the spine rounds out, that'll be the last time. Inhale to return to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward and let the shoulders drift forward. Flip the toes underneath the feet. Exhale, press into your hands. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pressing through the hands, reaching through the shoulders. Trying to get a nice long line from wrist to hip. Ankles are relaxed. Knees are bent as much as you need to keep your spine nice and long. If you straighten the knees and it rounds out your spine, don't do it. Keep the knees bent. On your exhale, walk your feet into the hands. Forward fold. Try to keep the head low. Allowing the torso to hang, head is heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs, flatten the spine, supporting on the shin. Roll through the hips to lift the tailbone and reach your ears to the front, lengthening through the spine. Give a bend to the knees. Walk your hands to the top of the knee, pressing through the palms, lifting the head high. All the way to the torso is resting into your hands and into your knees. Moving into a half cat-cow, focusing into the lower spine. On the inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale to tuck the tailbone. Really trying to open up through the lower back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to tuck. Try to notice if there's any hiccups or weaknesses. Maybe sensitive areas. Try to keep the elbows straight. On your next exhale, keep the tailbone tucked. Inhale rolls you up through the spine. Reach your hands high, interlace the fingers. Exhale to open through the front body, taking a small back bend. Inhale for length, reaching the hands and head away from the hips. Exhale for depth. Exhale, hands to heart. Going through a half sun salutation. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, hands to heart, fold forward. Hinging in the hip weight, even through the legs, bending the knees as much as you need to protect the lower back and let the body hang. Inhale, halfway lift. Straighten the knees, flatten the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall, reach your hands high. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, lean to the left, reaching through the right arm. Maybe letting the hips drift out to the right to deepen the stretch. The closer you draw your feet together, the more challenging the balance aspect will be. Inhale up to center. Exhale, lean to the right, reaching through the left arm. Inhale up to center. Exhale, fold forward, hinging in the hip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, ground your palms, step or maybe hop your feet back to plank. Hopping can be much more challenging. If plank is not appropriate, drop into your knees. Exhale lowers you through the downward push-up, squeezing the elbows in towards the ribs. Try to keep your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, press the hands, lift the head and chest for cobra. Exhale lowers you back down. Inhale to lift into your table. Exhale your hips back into a child's pose. Trying to rest your hips or your glutes onto your heels. Maybe opening the knees if the breath or belly feels restricted or compressed. Trying to let the pubic bone sink to the floor. Having the knees bent this deeply is not appropriate for you. You can keep your hip over the knee and drop down to the elbows for a modified puppy pose. Choose whichever variation is right for you. If you need more time in child's pose, take the time you need. If you're ready, inhale lifts you up into your tabletop. Inhale, reach the right hand out as if you were to shake somebody's hand. Exhale, open the arms to your side, turning the palm towards the floor. Make sure you're not shifting your body from side to side. Try to stay centered. Inhale, draw the hand back to center. Exhale, lowers the hand down. Alternating from side to side. Inhale, reach the left hand out. Exhale, extend out to the side. Palm to the floor. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, back down. Inhale the right hand. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, lowers the hand. Inhale, reach left hand out. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale the hand down. Coming to rest. Moving into the legs. Inhale, reach the right heel back. Exhale, open the knee, open the hip, trying to draw the knee up to the shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lowers the knee down. Go through whatever range of motion that's appropriate for you. Inhale can lift to the toes. Exhale can lift the foot off the ground. Inhale to place the toes back to the floor. Exhale to drop the knee. For the full variation, inhale, reach through the heel. Exhale, open the knee to the side, drawing the knee up to the shoulder. Inhale, back to center, reach through the heel. Exhale, the knee back down. Inhale, reach, or lift to the toe. Exhale, knee to shoulder, or lift the foot off the ground. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knee back down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, out to the center. Or out to the side, rather. Inhale to center. Exhale the knee down. Make your way into a seated position. With the knees bent, knees and feet drawn together, holding underneath, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to roll the shoulders open. Let the weight of the torso hover your feet off the ground. Moving into boat pose. If you want to take it further, maybe lifting the shins or straightening the knees, as long as the spine doesn't round out. Me straightening the knees causes my spine to round. That's too deep. Try to keep length through the spine. If you want to make it more challenging, extend the arms to your sides, building the side of your boat. If your feet are just not coming off the ground today, you can keep your feet on the floor and lifting one side at a time. Inhale to lift one foot, exhale lowers it back down, alternating from side to side. Try to keep the chest up, spine nice and long. Exhale, slowly lower everything down. Hands placed behind you. Gently rock the knees from side to side. Slowly coming to center. Extend the legs long, drawing the toes, lengthen through the spine. Exhale to tuck the chin, moving into caterpillar pose. Lean the body forward. When you can lean no further forward, round the spine, trying to draw the forehead to the knees or belly button. You can use your arms to support the weight of your torso. Maybe you want to take it further by lifting the arms, adding gravity into the shoulders, pulling your body down even further. Or if you don't feel anything at this point, you're ready to interlace the fingers, drape them on the back of the head, and slowly surrender the weight of the arms to the head. This can be quite intense, so be mindful of your depth. Inhale to slowly unravel the spine. Slide yourself down to the edge of the mat if you're not there. Exhale lowers you to your back, moving nice and slow. But choose a variation that allows you to keep full control. You can support underneath the thigh, float the hands or float the hands and feet. And you slowly lower down, full control. Once fully laying down, bend the knees, feet flat to the floor. Moving into figure four, drape the right ankle over top of the left knee. This may be as deep as you want to get. If you want to get a tiny bit deeper, draw the left foot in, maybe even lift the heel. You can press the right hand to the right thigh to get even deeper. If this is just not doing it for you, reach both hands behind the left thigh, interlace the fingers, pull the left knee in tight. Trying to relax through the right hip, spine flat to the floor. If you want to get even deeper, you can reach to the front of the shin. And even deeper, pulling the right heel down towards the left hip, and the left arm reaches over top of the foot. You can hold behind the thigh, or if you're extremely flexible, holding to the front of the shin. Use your exhales to let go of tension. Try to relax into the posture. If the body is constantly gripping, trying to protect itself, you're in too deep. You need to back off a bit. Stretching too far can be just as dangerous as lifting too heavy. Slowly and gently releasing the legs. Uncross the ankle. Moving to the opposite side, left ankle over top of the right knee. Neither drawing the right foot in, lifting the heel, and even pressing the left hand to the left thigh. Or both hands reaching behind the right thigh or to the front of the shin. Maybe even pulling the left heel down towards the right hip. Right arm reaches over top of the foot. This variation with the right arm over top of the foot and the heel drawn in towards the hip can be extremely effective if you suffer from piriformis syndrome. If you don't know what that is, you more than likely don't suffer from it. But if you suffer from any type of SI pain, where pain shoots out from the lower back through the glute and down into the leg. This stretch may be able to help. Slowly and gently releasing the leg. Line and crossing the ankle, feet flat to the floor, rock the knees from side to side. Coming to center, open your arms into a T or bending at the elbow if you're limited for space. Draw the knees into the chest. You're trying to keep a 90-degree angle between thigh and belly. Exhale, lowers the knees to the right. Falling into your twist. You're trying to let the legs relax on the ground. If your legs can't settle, slide a block underneath or in between the knees or a combination of both. If you feel like this twist is too high up in the spine and you need to focus the twist lower in the spine, come back to center slowly. Shift your hips over to the left side of the mat, draw the knees back in, then exhale the knees back down. This focus the twist lower into the spine. And if you want to get deeper, whichever variation you're in, extend the bottom leg straight down the mat. Maybe using the right hand to hold the top leg in place. Make sure you can relax into your posture. Slow, calm, deep breath. Inhale to slowly draw the knees back up to center. Pausing at center, gently rocking the knees from side to side. When the body's ready, moving into the opposite side. On your exhale, letting the knees sink to the left side. Maybe shifting your hips to the right side of the mat before you move into your twist. If you know you want to move the stretch into the lower part of the spine, maybe extending the bottom leg long. If you know you need to get deeper into the stretch. Be mindful, one side may be different than the other. Slow, calm, deep breath. Let go of tension with your exhale.
Inhale to slowly draw the knees back up to center. Pausing at center, gently rocking the knees from side to side. Coming to center, extend the legs long, reach your arms overhead. Slide the right foot off the edge of the mat. The left leg slides over to meet it. Trying to create a C shape through the spine. If you want to get deeper, lean the torso over to the right, creating a moon shape or a C shape. If you want to get a tiny bit deeper, cross the left ankle over top of the right, deepening that stretch. Try to relax through the left side of the body. Slowly and gently uncrossing the ankle. Slide the legs back to center. And the torso follows. Moving to the opposite side. Slide the left foot off the edge of the mat. Right foot slides over to meet it. Lean the torso to the left. You want your hips and shoulders to stay flat to the ground. And if you need to get it a little bit deeper, crossing the right ankle over top of the left. Slowly and gently uncrossing the ankle. Let the legs slide back to center and the torso follows. Draw your knees into the chest. Reaching your hands in between the knees, grab the shin. Allow the legs to drop open like a book, opening through the inner thigh. Maybe adding a gentle rock from side to side. Maybe sliding your hands down to the ankles. Maybe moving into happy baby, opening the soles of the feet to the sky, letting the knees sink towards the armpits. You're either holding your ankles, peace fingers holding onto the big toe, or your fingers wrapped around the outside blade of the foot. Relaxing through the hips, trying to sink the knees towards the armpits. We want the spine to stay flat to the ground. Slowly and gently releasing the legs. Taking whatever final adjustments you need, prepping yourself for a final resting pose. Whether you make your way into Shavasana, end with a seated meditation, or any other posture that calls your name, whether it's supported bridge or supported fish, maybe even a child's pose. One settled, eyes gently closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Relax the legs, hips, arms, and shoulders. Soften the belly and your back, releasing the ribs and the chest. Relax your face. Unclench the jaw. Allow the eyes to be calm and gentle. Allowing your awareness to drift to the breath. Sending the breath to where the body needs it most. Using your exhales to free yourself of pain, tension, unwanted thought or emotion. Allow the breath to nurture you. Allow the breath to free you.
Take a deep breath in through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Invite small movements to the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rolling into the wrists and ankles, gently rocking the head from side to side. Inviting bigger and bigger movement into the body. Maybe slowly reaching your hands and feet away from one another to stretch through the full body. Or bending the knees, feet flat to the floor, rocking from side to side. Or even pulling the knees into the chest and creating small circles. Slowly and gently, letting the knees roll to one side and pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Taking these last few moments for a practice of gratitude, finding just one thing to be grateful for, no matter how big or small, drawing gratitude into the heart as you want to feel gratitude, not just think it.